What's up, YouTube? It's Matt with the Matt Out Here YouTube channel. I just crossed the river. I'm back out here at the Guadalupe River State Park, and we're doing the Golden-Cheeked Warbler Trail today. I just saw a fox take off to my right, and I just spooked a doe in front of me. It is in the heat of the day here. Everything's bedded down. I don't want to be out in this heat. If y'all watched my previous video, we hiked the little bluestem loop out here. So this trail, you can access it two ways. The first way, you could cross the river. So you would take the Bald Cypress Trail, cross the river, take the river access trail, and then take the little bluestem loop that we're on right now, and then start at the trailhead of the Golden-Cheeked Warbler Trail. Or you could go to the Bower unit, but the Golden-Cheeked Warbler Trail, you have to go through, I think, one trail to get to it, but it's a couple miles in. So, I mean, you're doing about a mile here to get to the trailhead, or you're doing a couple miles there to get to the trailhead. So there's really no easy way to get to this trail, but that's what makes it really special, because this is in the Bower unit. It's in the remote part of the park, and not a lot of people come back here. A lot of animals find refuge back here and will bed down in the day. And this trail also follows the Guadalupe River. So with a water source nearby, you're gonna get a lot more wildlife. So hopefully we can get in here and see some cool stuff, but also hopefully see some of the native plants and native trees that are down here that are a little different from other areas of the park. And also some of the neat limestone bluffs that I've heard that are back here. So I definitely don't recommend hiking in the heat of the day like this. It's probably 2 o'clock in the middle of August here in Texas. I was more than eager to get out here, but for most people, this doesn't make sense. But also don't come too late in the day where you're in this remote part of the Bower unit and it's getting dark on you before you can make it back to your car. Because I don't recommend that either. This is definitely probably best situated for a morning hike. All right, y'all, here we are. We have entered the trail. See all these old oak trees in here? This is what people would refer to as an old oak forest. And in my previous video, you'll note that I covered the Spanish moss that's growing on all the trees here. But this trail is called the Golden-Cheeked Warbler Trail because the Golden-Cheeked warblers migrate from down south, Honduras, Nicaragua, and they come up here for their breeding season. And the Golden-Cheeked Warbler is an endangered species. So they get a perfect blend here of the old oaks, but also the ash, juniper, and cedar trees here. Listen to that bird singing. I can see a nest way up in the tree. So she's either telling all the other birds in the area, hey, watch out, this guy's out here hiking. Or she's telling me, hey, get away from my nest, which I can't blame her. Let's keep it moving, y'all. In this old oak forest, there's definitely a lot of fallen trees, and I mean, they're humongous. They're huge. Out of all the trails I've been on in this park, I've not seen anything quite like this. Check out this neat rock I just found. Definitely a fossil of some sort. Probably an ancient coral reef or something. Very neat. Check this out, you all. This is an old stone fence, probably from the mid 1800s or early 1800s. And fences like this were built before invasive cedar was used to create fences out here in Texas. So these old stone structures and fences predate basically Texas's use of cedar posts. And this just gives you an idea kind of how old it is out here, and some of the Texas history associated with this park. Just knowing that someone came down here and put each one of these stones perfectly here to make this fence is pretty incredible. But also the fact that we're out here and it's super remote. So they would have had to have come out here on horseback. Keep in mind, there probably wasn't really that good of a road at the time. And carried these stones down here off this hill here and worked on this. And the amount of labor that it probably took, you know, it's very, very interesting. Some of the moss that grows on these live oaks out here can be hundreds of years old on a tree that's already hundreds of years old. How cool is that? Got a nice deer blind set up here. I did read off the website that this specific area of the park is shut down during hunting season for maybe a week or so. And they do the Texas Parks and Wildlife drawn hunts out here. Some of the animals you probably could hunt out here would be axis, whitetail, and feral hogs. This is a snow on the mountain plant right here. And right now in August, if you're driving down the highway or on a back road, you can see these plants taking off everywhere. So you can definitely tell when you're walking out here that this used to be an old ranch road and not a hiking trail. You can see where 2 tires or wheels of some sort were. That took a long time to make, so I don't think that the Texas Parks and Wildlife came out here and did that. I think that was this is a sign of ranch life before this was a park. As we're hiking this trail here, you get a large mix of the old oaks and then the cedar. And the Golden-Cheeked Warbler, it breeds here in Central Texas. So it needs both of these trees in order to breed. And you can't find vegetation like this anywhere else. And that's part of the reason why it migrates from South and Central America up to Texas every year. Got a neat mushroom here. It almost looks like a garicon, but I'll have to look it up, and I'll put it obviously as a subtitle in this video of what type of mushroom this is. But finding mushrooms on the trail is always really neat. Being out in this heat reminds me of in August I would do 2-a-days for football, and middle school and high school were always those times a year where we would be out sweating on the turf before summer was over and as football season kicked off. Check out this beautiful limestone bluff here that overlooks the Guadalupe River. And look at how tall those bald cypress trees are. Wow. That is so cool. So the Balcones Fault made this landscape through many, many earthquakes about 15 million years ago. And that's what shaped these cliffs here and made them the way that they are today. And beneath all this limestone and all of this beautiful landscape is actually the Edwards Aquifer. Something really neat to also think about is this bluff here. Imagine being a Comanche or an Apache and having your horse drawn up here, or your tribe close by, and sneaking off and coming and sitting up here and keeping lookout for people that might have been coming down the river here. So this hike is labeled moderate to challenging. And I think it's because of the hurdles you have to go through to get out here. But you can see this is a pretty steep hill right here if you're not used to going uphill very much. And you're already, battling the heat and other things. This could be a challenge. So something to keep in mind if you're planning on coming out here. Check out this old barbed wire fence here. Really neat. Just left here to rot, basically. Forgotten.